So hey y'all, welcome back to another What's for Dinner. In this video, I'll be sharing with you guys some meals that I made my family throughout this week as usual, and I did include 2 Mexican dishes as well. I know that you guys enjoy them and I cannot wait to share with you guys these recipes. And if you guys are new, I would love to have you consider subscribing if you're interested in this kind of content. I do bring these videos to my channel weekly. Alright, so let's hop right into today's video. So this first night, I'm just going to be keeping it quick and simple. Here I just have some Montanari Jack and Fire roasted red pepper burgers tonight. So I'm not going to show you guys cooking the whole thing because we all know how to cook some burgers, but I did season in this with some Larry's seasoning along with some garlic powder and some black pepper. And here is my sides. I just have some red onion here, some lettuce, and some tomatoes. And so here is my plate, and I just paired this with some fries that I have baked in the oven, and we also toasted up our hamburger buns as well. And these burgers are super delicious. I really do recommend them. And so on this particular night, we are going to be making sheet pan chops and potatoes. My daughters did want to help tonight, so that made me so happy, and my oldest been really loving it lately. And so right now, she just got done cutting up the potatoes, and now they're just placing the chops onto the baking sheet here so they can get ready and add on the potatoes as well. And also, if you guys are new, hello and welcome. My name is Tia, and I do bring these videos to my channel weekly. So if you think you'd be interested in something like this, and I would love to have you subscribe and join my YouTube family, it would mean the world to me to have you part of my YouTube family. All you have to do is hit on that subscription button down below. Thank you. And so once my daughter got the chops all drizzled with olive oil, they're going to go ahead and season this. And I just have a mixture here that I've made with paprika, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. Super simple, but yet so delicious. And I did pop this into a 400-degree oven for about 35 to 40 minutes or until your potatoes are nice and well done. And so here it is out the oven. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. And so here is my plate, and I just served this with the pasta roni, garlic and olive oil vermicelli. I think I've said that right, but this was seriously so good. So on this night, you guys, I am super excited to share with you guys this authentic Mexican dish. I'm going to be making chicken red pasole. I've been wanting to film this for you guys for a while now, and I'm so excited to get around to be able to do it. So here I'm just adding in chicken breast. So it shows that I added 4, but I did end up using a total of 7 because I wanted to make a big batch. So here I'm just adding in my breast. I went ahead and added in half of a large onion along with 2 bay leaves. And I'm also going to sprinkle some salt in here as well. And I'm going to fill my pot up with water to where it's like almost full. And I'm also adding in some garlic powder, or if you'd like, you can use garlic cloves as well. And so next here, I'm just going to be deseeding my chiles. I'm going to be using chile guajillo along with chile moritas. And I'm going to be using 8 of these chile guajillos and 4 of the chile moritas. And you do want to make sure you deseed them really good, because if not, it's going to be super spicy. And I don't think anybody wants that, especially if you do have kids. But if you do like it spicy, you can go ahead and keep some of the seeds in there if you'd like. It's totally up to your preference. And so here I'm going in with the chile morita, and like I said, I'm going to be using 4 of these, and I did end up having to use a knife to open these like all the time because they are kind of tough. And here I'm going to zoom in. You can see all the seeds. So yes, you really want to make sure you get all the seeds out, but like I said, I'm going to be using 4 of these. And also, if you guys do decide to try out any of these recipes, please comment down below and let me know how they turned out for you. I would love to hear about them. Thank you. And so once you got all your chilies nice and deseeded, you want to go ahead and add that to a pot with some water, along with your other half of a large onion, 6 garlic cloves, and you just want to bring this to a boil until your chiles are nice and softened. And so here I just removed my chicken so I can let them cool and I can get ready to shred them. So right now, while the chicken is cooling, I'm going to go ahead and rinse off my hominy. And I'm just going to rinse these off until they're nice and rinsed. And then next, I just went ahead and threw them into my pot here. I'm just gonna let these cook a little bit while I shred up my chicken. And so this is what the chiles look like when they're nice and softened. So in the meantime, we're going to get started on blending them. So I'm just going to go ahead and add these into my blender along with my onion. And I did end up using 2 ladle spoons of the chicken broth that I cooked my chicken in. It did show in the video that I used one, but I didn't end up having to go in because it wasn't blending right. So I ended up having to go in and use another. So that's why I said I didn't end up using 2 ladle spoons of the chicken broth. And so once I got that nice and blended, I'm going to go ahead and pour all that into my pot here. And I'm going to add in a little bit of water just so I can get all that excess flavor out of my blender. And then next, I'm just going to give it a mix. And you're going to see me taste for flavor. So I did end up adding in some sazon all-purpose seasoning along with some more garlic powder because you know your girl loves her some garlic. So the more garlic, the better. So yeah, super easy, you guys, but yet so delicious. So here I'm just going to give this a mix and I'm just going to taste it one last time for taste. And for me it was good, so I didn't have to add anything else. So in the meantime, while my chicken was done cooling off, I'm just going to go ahead and shred this up really quickly. And so we're going to get ready and add this to our pot as well. And by the way, you guys, I did end up removing the 2 bay leaves before I added in my chicken. And so once I added in my chicken, I'm going to go ahead and add in some Mexican oregano. You can use regular oregano for this as well, but I really wanted to keep it authentic, so that's why I just used the Mexican oregano. And I'm telling you guys, this is what gives it that delicious flavor. Once you add that oregano in there, oh my god, you guys, I'm telling you, it is super, super delicious. Oh my god, I wish you guys can just smell this. It was smelling amazing. And so after that, I just let it simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And so here's all your traditional garnishes. I just have some limes that I've cut up, onions, jalapenos, cabbage, and some radishes. And I just topped mine off with some onions, the jalapenos, radishes, and some limes. And this is so perfect for these cold nights. So on this night, I'm going to be making some good old delicious chicken mole. So here I just have a pot that has 7 chicken breasts. And I filled it up with water. I went ahead and added in some chicken bouillon. And I'm also going to add in some garlic powder. And I'm just going to bring this up to a boil for about 45 minutes until my chicken is nice and cooked. And so once my chicken was nice and cooked, I'm going to go ahead and remove these and set these aside so they can get nice and cool. So here I just kept in 5 cups of the chicken broth, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my mole. And I am using the Donna Maria mole sauce for this, and I usually love to add in a tablet of Abuelita hot chocolate and a tablespoon of peanut butter because I do like my mole on the sweeter side. But if you don't, you can totally skip that part. But for me, we do like it a little bit on the sweeter side, but I'm not going to be using them today because I do not have any Abuelita hot chocolate tablets. So anyways, I'm just going to mix this up until my mole is nice and melted. And it is going to come to a simmer like this, and you just want to let it simmer until your sauce gets a little bit thicker. But for me, I did want mine a little more juicier tonight. But if you want it more thicker, then you can go ahead and just add in 3 to 4 cups, and your sauce will be more thicker. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and shred up my chicken. And so here I just added in my chicken, you guys. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. This is so good with tortillas and some rice. Man, I'm telling you guys, give this one a try too. This is seriously super delicious. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my lid on and let this simmer for about 10 minutes. And so here's what it looks like all done. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. And here's my plate. And I just paired this with some Mexican rice and some tortillas, you guys. It was seriously super delicious. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Hey y'all, so welcome back to another What's for Dinner. So this night I'm going to be making sheet pan chicken fajitas. I have 2 yellow bell peppers here along with 2 red. And I also have 3 packs of taco seasoning. Just trying to keep it quick and simple tonight, along with a large onion. So first off, I'm just going to get started by cutting up my peppers and getting everything prepared along with my onion. And also, if you guys are new, hello and welcome. My name is Tia, and I would love to have you join my YouTube family and subscribe. I do bring these What's for Dinner videos to my channel weekly. And yeah, you guys, all you gotta do is hit on that subscription button down below, and don't forget to turn on your bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So here, you guys, I am just cutting up my chicken breast. I kind of do it into like strips. And after this, we're gonna get ready and put everything all together, season it, and pop this baby into the oven. And so now I'm just gonna go ahead and drizzle a little olive oil. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put on my packs of taco seasoning. So after I put on my packs of taco seasoning, I'm just gonna mix it up really well to get it nice and combined. Then I'm just gonna pop this into a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until your chicken is nice and cooked. And so here it is out the oven. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious, and it was smelling super amazing. And so here is my plate, you guys. I just served it with some rice and some limes and some sour cream and some cheddar cheese. So on this night, I'm gonna be making some tater tot casserole here. So here I just have some ground beef here. I have 2 pounds. I did end up using 3 pounds, you guys, just letting you know. And then I have 2 cans of cream of mushroom, some W sauce. I have some French style green beans, along with a large onion, and I have some garlic powder, some mild cheddar cheese, and some tater tots. So this is everything I'm gonna be using, so let's hop right into it. And so now that my ground beef is getting browned, I'm gonna get started on cutting up my onion. I'm gonna be using half of this large onion, and I do it into chopped size pieces. And so here I'm just gonna go ahead and add that in, and I'm gonna also add in some garlic powder to taste, and I'm just gonna mix it up and just kind of cook it up until the onions begin to get nice and translucent. And also, if you guys do decide to try out any of these recipes, I would love to have you comment down below and let me know how it turned out for you. I love to hear you guys' feedback. I just love hearing about them. So now I am just gonna go ahead and add in my W sauce. And I call it the W sauce because a friend of mine on YouTube also calls it W sauce, because we cannot pronounce this word for anything. So it's just much easier just calling it the W sauce. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and add this in to taste. You can put as much as you'd like. It just depends on your taste and liking. And once your ground beef is done, you want to go ahead and add that into a baking dish. And I am also going to add in my 2 cans of cream of mushroom. And I'm just gonna kind of layer that out to get a nice even layer. Then after that, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and add on my green beans, and you can use as much as you'd like. It kind of just depends on your preference. And then I did season my green beans with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then I am gonna do a layer of cheese. You know your girl loves her some cheese. The more cheese, the better. And then after that, finally but not least, we're gonna add on our tater tots. And you guys, I love me some tater tot casserole. I know there are actually quite different kind of ways of making it. Go ahead and comment down below if you make yours this way, or tell me how you make it so maybe I can try it out next time. because like I said, there are quite a bit of different ways to making it. So let me know. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this baby into a 400-degree oven for about 35 to 45 minutes or until it's done. And so here it is out the oven, you guys. As you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. And it had my whole house smelling so good. And so here is my plate, you guys. Yes, you guys, as you can see, it looks absolutely delicious. And I just topped mine off with some pepper. So on this particular night, I decided to make my chopped smothered and tomatoes and onions. I was craving it and it sounded so amazing. So here I just have some chops. I also have some salt, garlic powder, along with some black pepper. I have some W sauce along with a large onion. And I also have 2 cans of diced tomatoes. And you're also going to need some vegetable oil for frying. So now I'm just going to season my chops with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And I'm going to continue this on both sides. And also, if you guys do love chops, please give this recipe a try. I'm telling you, you will absolutely love it and your family will love it. These chops come out tender every single time. But I do recommend you guys to use the thinner pork chops. Don't use the thick ones because they don't come out the same to me for some reason. But the thin ones come out really, really tender. And I'm telling you, it's packed with flavor. It is seriously so, so delicious. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fry them, and you just want to fry them on each side for about 3 to 4 minutes. You don't want to overcook your chops, so please try not to overcook them. If you want them to be nice and tender, just do not overcook them. You just want to get them a nice little color to them to where they're still soft when you do remove them from the oil. So this is the color that you want your chops to be. You don't want to get them too browned up because you don't want to overcook them. You want to keep your chops nice and tender. And so next I'm just going to get started on cutting up my onion, and I do like to cut them up into like round pieces, and here in a second you'll see how I'm just breaking them apart. This is just how I like to do it, but you can cut your onions up to whatever kind of style you like your onions to be cutting up. So once all our chops are done, we are just going to go ahead and remove them. So in the same pan, I just emptied out my oil. I'm just gonna go ahead and add in all my chops, and you guys, this smelled so amazing already. And next I'm just gonna go ahead and add in my onions. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in my 2 cans of diced tomatoes. And so I did end up using a can and a half. If you can use the whole thing if you'd like. It just depends to your preference. And now I'm just adding in my W sauce. And like I said, I'm just doing it according to my taste and liking. I do like to put quite a bit because it just gives it that nice, delicious flavor. And it also helps your chops get nice and tender as well as they're cooking. And I'm just going to go ahead and add in some pepper, garlic powder, and just a tad bit more salt. So now I'm just gonna pop the lid on this on a medium low, and I'm just gonna let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. And to go along with my chops, I was really craving some oven roasted broccoli. So I really like to keep it easy and simple. So I just drizzle a little olive oil onto my broccoli, and I just season my broccoli with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then once I got it all seasoned up, I just kind of like to mix it really well. And then I do like to pop this into a 400-degree oven, and I just let it bake for about 15 minutes or until your broccoli is nice and roasted. And these are seriously so delicious. If you have not yet tried oven roasted broccoli, I'm telling you, you are absolutely missing out. Give it a try, and I promise your whole family will love it. My kids absolutely love these. And so here's the chops, tomatoes, and onions. As you can see, they look absolutely delicious. And it was smelling so bomb, and it was seriously super good. And so here is my plate, and it definitely hit the spot. I just served mine with some white rice and with my broccoli. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.